What is up with it? It's your resident Dew fanatic. And if you watched my previous review, we checked out Mountain Dew's Summer Freeze, and it's only now in order that we do the Zero Sugar edition of Summer Freeze, so should be the same base flavor, but you know, something for the more health conscious. If it's a summer flavor, you probably want to show off those chiseled abs at the beach, so you know, you gotta watch your figure. Or maybe you just overloaded on all your other areas and you're like, and now with a diet drink. So either way, we're going to check this out. And as you fine folks, my Dew fanatics, if you will, probably noticed there's some liquid off the top of this one, and that's because I intended to film this earlier, but I had to eat dinner earlier than I intended to, so you make do. So I had as little as possible so I could still show off this nice deep blue of this Summer Freeze, and we'll try it out and see how it stacks up versus the regular edition. And as we found out last time, it's Dew with a blast of Summer Americana, which really just means cherry, citrus, and raspberry. The red, white, and blue popsicle into a soda concentrate type form. So let's draw this out no longer. I would say that compared with my impressions of the regular edition, the flavors are more balanced across the board. You can pick up more on the cherry and on the raspberry. And I had a heavy citrus, very citrus-forward impression of the regular edition, where it's here, and all Mountain Dews should have a citrus background, but not always the most forward thing. So it's nice that it balances out a little bit more and gives you, like, essentially if you were getting a bite of each part of that popsicle, instead of eating it like a traditional one, you like cut a knife or let it melt all into one, which is what this drink really is, and you got it all at once. Yeah. That would be basically my impression of it. It's hard to state sometimes, but I would definitely say that I prefer the regular one, which is generally the case, but this is not terribly off-putting, so I could see myself drinking this throughout the summer or the spring season. It's nice, but it's, you know, it's not something that has taken things over the top for me. I mean, I'm glad we got a seasonal flavor, but you know, I'm always looking for something a little bit more nostalgic, and for me that is Revolution. Which reminds me, have you gone on the Contact PepsiCo page lately and told them you want to revive Revolution? Well, if not, I hope you do so right after watching this video. There's a link in the description that you can follow, and I give instructions in the video up in the cards, so make sure to check that out and do your part to bring back Revolution, because it's not going to happen unless they know that you want it. They know that folks wanted Game Fuel back, and it's coming back this fall. So make sure to let them know. Don't shut up about it until it happens. And even then, thank the hell out of them for doing it, because we've been fighting hard for years. But now that that's out of the way, let me know what you think of the Zero Sugar edition of Summer Freeze. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Do you want it to come back in another season? I know some folks who thought that this was God's gift to Earth and it was the best flavor ever, and I couldn't believe that. I thought it was one of the middling flavors of the Dew Outpost lineup, and I hear other folks say that they can only taste voltage, which, I mean, even though there is raspberry or some form of berry in here, I don't taste voltage at all. So I don't know, maybe it's just because I have the Dew connoisseur type palate, and I've been doing this, I wouldn't call it professionally, but I'm well learned in the craft over so many years. So let me know what you think in the comments. Like this video if you want, but you know, mainly I just want you to do the Revolution thing. Sub up so I can keep yelling at you about Revolution, and tune in next time for whatever flavor falls into my lap next. So until then, do the do.